Good evening, everyone. It's Ross of Ross Cook Balancing. We're so excited. There's so many things in store later this week and next week as far as websites and awesome rollouts, but we'll get to that another time. I want to share tonight a mainstay of what is my practice and has been for 26 years about mining, finding, drilling down through and clarifying what are values in your life. And, this is the thing we teach 2, 3, 4, 5-day seminars on, in Hawaii, in McCall, all over the country. And I just want to clarify for you tonight just 2 or 3 of the high points about what is a value, what is important to you, and where does it come from. There's a guy out there who writes about the Church of Religious Science named Raymond Charles Barker, and he says, "You are the only thinker. You are the distributor, and you are the user of your mind." You are the only thinker, the distributor, and the user of your mind. Think about the responsibility of that. Think about how did your mind today, which is bigger than your body, become what it is today, and how does it work for you? A good goal, a good intention, a thing through all the ups and downs and through this holiday season is, what is your self-revelation? What are you doing to determine who you are, to believe in who you are, and to love who you are? So how is that working for you? Are you just replicating the values and beliefs of your tribe, which might be your family? Okay? So if you're the leader of that tribe and those are your values, might you want to change some of the values? Might you want to cast some out and replace them with some others? If you are in your tribe, if it's a new tribe and you're evolving, or maybe you find yourself with a lot of shoulds and oughts and wouldas and couldas, and when we hear that in conversation, in effective communication, what we know is someone is acting one way and they're holding on to rules of a tribe that maybe they're not a member of anymore, or maybe they're not comfortable with the rules of that old tribe. So what is your new rule of your new tribe? Listen to yourself in the shoulda, oughta, woulda, couldas. Pay attention to that and make sure that you're not using those words, because those words are just throwbacks. They're throwbacks or disconsternation thrown right in the middle of your conversation when you're attempting to have quality conversation every time that you take time to visit with someone. So if you have a value, and when we start working on values, we start out at about 400, go down to 200, go down to 100, and work it down through that way till we get about 9, and then we clarify them one at a time. Here's an interesting secret about values. A lot of people don't know what their values are, but they can tell you what their values are not. Well, that's not me. I don't like that in those people, therefore that's not me. What's the opposite of that? What's the opposite of that? Is that a value you would want to possess? A second place you might look would be in your heroes. Why am I attracted to that hero during this time? Why, or that heroine? Why is that person important to me? Am I hoping that there's a strand of me that connects to that person? And if I were under similar pressure, I hope and pray that I would connect to them the same way and I would manifest this set of behaviors. Well, that would only come from causal factors, which are values. Your values and your intentions are the causal factors of all your behaviors. So what is it? What is it? A lot of times we don't know what it is. We know what it's not. Then we know what the opposite is. And then people come up with big bushel basket ideas like joy. Joy, there you go. How complicated is joy? What all has to happen in the universe around you and within you to have unmitigated joy? So here's a test. When you find a set of values and you say, that's me, or I want that to be me, what does that value give you? And you ask that question. Now, I realize in the world of great thinkers, that's a fairly pedestrian sentence. But you know what? It's so effective at drilling down, drilling down, drilling down, drilling down. If you spend any time in the Church of Religious Science, they have an exercise in one of their foundation classes that says, so what do you want? And you answer and they go, that's nice. What do you want? And then you answer and they go, well, that's nice. What do you want? And about 8 what do you wants in there, after you work through your frustration, you find new levels of what it is that you're about. that you want to have encompassed in your life. The same thing is with, what does joy give you? Is it a feeling? Is it an awareness? Is it a trust? Is it a sense of safety? What is it? Because those next what is it's are closer to a core value than just a value that we sort of kind of have as window dressing. Maybe we believe it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we believe it because my family believed it. No, I want to know what my core values are that are going to cause my core behaviors and my core actions and responsibilities, not merely reactions. Okay? That's a handful. That's a bunch pretty fast. I'm Ross of Ross Cook Balancing, and we're at Ross Cook, the Center for Balancing Effective Communication. I believe in you. Do it slightly differently. We've just thrown you a plethora of ideas. When you think you have a value, drill down through it, clarify it, clean it by what does it give you. And we'll talk again tomorrow. I'm Ross with the Center of Balancing Effective Communication and Ross Cook Balancing. Hey, thank you. Thank you for attempting to be slightly weller than you were this morning. Thank you for being weller today than you were yesterday. It's a great journey. And until tomorrow, Jomo.